What's going on in our world and how does that fit to survival and living mode? I think you can look at our world as a pyramid. Yeah? You have a pyramid with many people down here, yeah, who have nothing or nearly nothing, and a few, very few people up here who have incredibly much or everything. Okay, first of all, that's only a system, or a principle if you want. But what does this principle create? It creates that all these guys down here, to survive, yeah, they might have a good idea. They say, well, you know, you have all that cake up here. Yeah, the big cake is up here. Yeah. What can I do for you so that I get a part of that cake? And maybe one of them down here has a good idea and says, you know, you have a huge house, yeah? You have a nice big house and I love to clean, you know, I'm a very orderly person. Why can't I help you clean your house? The guy up here says, well, you know what, great idea, yeah? I love that, yeah? You clean my house, that's good. Let's make a deal. And the guy from down here says, oh, great, we have a deal. You know what, I think it would be fair for me, love to clean, it would be fair for me if you give me, let's say, $100 per hour for my cleaning. Yeah? I think that's a nice compensation for what I do and it would create me a nice living. Okay? The guy up here says, you know what? Good idea. Why should I not give you $100 per hour? Yeah, because I'm sure that's kind of worth it. But you know what? There's a little twist here because this guy here makes it for much less. He makes it for 10. Yeah. So unfortunately, you either make it for 10, yeah, or I give the job to him. Yeah. So you don't get your $100, you only get your 10. Although this is a good idea, what can I do for you to get a part of your cake? Yeah? The problem is, yeah, that all of them are in competition with each other for a part of that cake. You know, survival mode, yeah, if you draw the line here, between living and surviving, and up here is living. Competition against each other is an aspect of surviving mode. And of course, because they have nothing or nearly nothing, they are in competition with each other for these jobs, for the parts of the cake. And that's the reason why the guy up here dictates the price. Not because this work is not worth what it may be worth. Yeah? We can talk about cleaning here, or be about taking care of old people, you know, anything. Yeah? Cleaning the gutters, yeah? Not because it's not worth a lot, but because they can dictate the price they pay, because those ones are in competition with each other. And they are in competition with each other because they are in survival mode. Because, you know, what they needed to survive is all up here. Yeah? And this system, you know, plays its role out in a different way too. There might be a guy here who says, okay, you get not $10 an hour for cleaning my house, you get $35 an hour for being my policeman, and you get maybe $400 an hour for being my lawyer. Yeah? The game, the system is always the same. Yeah? Maybe some of them, they even make it a little bit further up here. The lawyer, for example, yeah, creates his own little bubble here, and the game starts again on a smaller scale. Yeah? What can I do for you? This is what I pay for it. So what all of them want, they are in a race against each other upwards. Yeah? Because they all want to be here. Yeah? They want to get up there. You know what? For the last centuries, of course, these are the persons that we admired because they were obviously the best in surviving. I don't know if they are the best in living too, yeah? But obviously, as we can see, they were the best in surviving. So all of them are kind of starting in that race upwards. And you know what? Some, very few, and usually with a lot of luck, they really make it up here. Yeah? But you know what? Also some of up here, they just fall back down here. Yeah? So the thing is, even when some of them do it, yeah, the system does not change. Now I ask myself, as you might have noticed already, what are the basic, positions of, like a switch, the basic principles of why things work or function as they are. One of basic principles here is the pyramid, and the pyramid means most of them are down here and they are in competition with each other. First principle, the competition down here makes that possible. Second, we accept the stories and the reasons, the reasoning why all of this is up here. For example, well, they might say, this has been in my family for the last 400 years, we owned it. Oh, we inherited it. Oh, well, of course, if you inherited it, then it's yours and it belongs to you. But that's only one story, that's only one reasoning. Couldn't we also say, well, you have had it for 400 years now? Shouldn't it be time that somebody else gets it now? Didn't you have it long enough already? Would be another reasoning. A different other reasoning could be, well, there are so and so many billion people on this planet. How can you even say that this is yours? Just because 150 years ago somebody told you, make your claim and say it's yours and then it's yours for the next ever? Or is it a same equally justified reasoning to say, well, we are so many, let's say 8 billion people on that planet, so every one of us owns 1/8 of a billion. I don't see why this should not be also reasonable. So there are stories that justify the big cake up here. And that's why the big cake is up here. Third, mechanism I can find in here is all of them. These ones, and these ones. All of us accept all of this. All of it. We accept that system. We accept that pyramid. We accept that we down here are in competition with each other. It's okay that you own all of that. Either you have inherited it or you earned it. I'm sure that nobody who has earned so much up there has paid off all the social costs that they paid for. Their streets, their schools, their this, their that. I don't think that these fortunes have paid off all the social costs and the environmental costs and the non-sustainable costs they produced. Yeah? Society usually cleans away the plastic packaging. Society cleans away the coffee cups. Society cleans away the dirt on the beaches. Yes, of course, they participate, but usually society takes the big share. So society saves the banks. Yeah? They pay the costs that lead to these fortunes, profits, ownings. And we all, and there's no excuse, we all accept it. So I wonder if the biggest mechanics here is the competition they are in. What happened if they stopped running for a piece of that cake and relieving them of the competition they're in? What if all of them here were not in competition with each other for a part of the cake anymore? What if they made sure that their survival was guaranteed? Put that down here. Yeah? We all can live because our survival is guaranteed. For example, with an unconditional income. Yeah? Or anything else you create. Yeah? It's not up to me to have all these ideas. Yeah? I only see that competition leads to that. And non-competition, how would that look like? How would, the grandma of this guy also needs care at old age, but not at a ridiculously low wage, where you have to do the toughest jobs at no income at all. The canals, the gutters, they need to be cleaning even in a society that is not in competition anymore. But maybe the person who cleans the gutter is not the lowest person, is not the most degraded person, is not the most looked down person, yeah? But a very looked up person, a very appreciated person, because this person does the job that nobody wants. Yeah? And maybe even a person that is paid really well, because otherwise nobody would do it, because nobody had to do it. In a society where competition between them is stopped, because all of them can live. And all of them move from I have to, because otherwise the other guy does it, to I want to. Or I don't want to. I want to work for you in these circumstances, under these conditions, yeah, when you provide these and these, aspects for me. Or I don't want to, because you know what? Now I have the freedom to want or not to want. And if you remember, and if you've seen the other clips of living and surviving, I have to is always an aspect of survival mode. I have to find food, I have to survive. Versus I want to is always an aspect of living mode. I do what I want to do, yeah? Because I don't have to do it anymore. So the I want to mode, who has been up here already, I want to make a contract with you for cleaning my house, but I don't want to pay you $100 an hour, but only 10. Yeah? Which of course I know in certain parts of our planet it still seems ridiculously much, and I excuse myself for these examples. Yeah? Down here, the I want to principle becomes the guiding principle for all of them. So I wonder, how does a society look like where just a few can do what they want to and all the others have to? That's the society we are in now. I think it's a really exciting thought. How would a society look like where all do what they want to? And how would they do it if they want to do it? How do you do something that you want to do, not that you have to do?